Hi, today we're visiting Llandyfeisant Church, and I first visited here about 5 years ago, but it's going to be a bit different now. We've actually got a chance to go inside and I'll be able to show you around, so I hope you enjoy it. So I'm now inside Llandyfeisant Church on the outskirts of Llandeilo. The outside of this was where I filmed my very first YouTube video, probably about 5 years ago. And today we've joined with the group of volunteers to try and get it cleaned up, ready to be used for community use, to raise money to restore it. It's a beautiful door, the porch. You can see across to Ginevra Park and the churchyard. See the beautiful tiles leading up to where the altar would have been. And absolutely fantastic roof trusses there. You can see that this corner has suffered very badly from damp. There's some very poor drainage channels outside. They're hoping to get them replaced. This floor has recently been replaced. It was missing as it had rotted. You can see here, this is a metal cover, and underneath there were pipes for underfloor heating. In the corner here was some kind of boiler where the wheelbarrow was. And the pipes went all the way around to the top there. You can see there's a little hole in the wall where the flue went out. Just here is an old bricked up door. And apparently this was the original entrance to the church, and this part that I'm in now was the original building, and then it was extended outwards to be more than double in size. See the beautiful pillars. It's a shame it's not lighter in here, but there's no longer any electricity and there's no running water. See the chains coming down. And there's a memorial on the wall to Richard Bowen Williams, Esquire, of this parish, who died February 28th, 1870, aged 81 years. The plans are to eventually either get solar panels or some kind of generator so that there's electricity here, and maybe some compost toilets. I think maybe they can have music events, things like that, all to try and raise money. There's a charitable fund been set up, Friends of Llandyfeisant Church, which I've joined this year for a nominal fee of £5 a year. Here you can see the steps. They're really beautiful. I think there used to be stained glass here, but it's been taken to the main church in Llandeilo now. Along with the font and the pews. There's a little room at the side you won't be able to see in here, I don't think, because it's way too dark, even with the light on. There's a hole in the floor. There's a cabinet on the wall where there would have been keys, I think. Hooks there, and down there in the corner, that's where the fireplace, you can't really see it, that's where the flue came out and where the fireplace would have been for the underfloor heating. And on here there's some very old coat hooks, numbered. Most of them are missing, but at the end there's this really ornamental one. Beautiful flower details on the door. Let's come out of here. Give you a better look at the tiles. They're really lovely. I've had permission to film here today. Could show some better detail on the roof there. This is the original roof. You can see there is a light there. At one time there was a generator, which is in a separate little shed further up. We might go and have a look at that. Apparently that used to be called the dead house because it's where they stored the dead bodies before they buried them, which is a bit grim. And this is the vestry. There's some lovely parquet flooring, what's left of it, in very bad state. Up here there's a fuse box. And these drawings, I think, are where they found tools hanging up. They show the outlines of the tools. I'll come round here. There's some more numbered hooks. And behind the main door, again with beautiful ironwork, there's a poster showing the wildfowl of the area, because at one time this used to be used as a kind of a nature education place before it got in too bad a condition. I'm going to take a little revisit around the churchyard after I've been in here. I've got the place to myself. The volunteers have gone up the hill to load a lorry up with the old wood which we've been moving. We've swept the floors and it's pretty much coming on time for a break. Get a proper view of those beautiful pillars. In the link I will put some more details of how you can help save the church. Look at that window. There's all ivy growing up on the inside. So I'm going to head back out to the churchyard now and have a revisit there. So now I'm back out in the graveyard, which has been newly trimmed. Now this is the original part of the church, which I've now been told dates from the 1100s. If I go around the side here, careful not to step on anybody. I don't want to be disrespectful. You can see the outline of the medieval door that's been bricked up with a vent in it there. I've been told now that the fact that the graveyard's in a circular enclosure with a stream running down one side indicates that it's pre-Christian, and they're not sure, maybe the Druids might have used it. And they've also recovered some Roman coins, so they believe that there was a Roman settlement here at some time also. The newer part of church, which I showed from the inside, was Victorian, and that part was constructed by the family who live in Denevra House on the big estate. I know I've filmed some of these before. I'm going to go around the back to where the little building is, which they used to store the dead bodies. I've just got to get a picture of that beautiful Celtic cross. Apparently the family of the gamekeeper who lived in the gamekeeper's cottage, which we also filmed some time ago, are all buried here. But he is probably not, as he sadly took his own life. But the family were able to stay on and live in the cottage. I can put a link to that video in somewhere here. We found quite a bit more information about the place since I originally filmed it about 5 years ago. These yew trees are really, really ancient. Apparently they're very important as they're hundreds of years old. This one's got a hollow. And it was explained to us that it's actually healing itself by kind of growing round to enclose the damaged bit. It was originally damaged by somebody very stupidly lighting a fire inside. Here's the back of the church. They are having an open day later in the summer, possibly around June. So if anybody is interested, they have got a Facebook page for updated information. I'm going to see if I can get round to this little generator house. Now this tree here is the most ancient tree. It's hundreds of years old, and it was supposedly planted by St Tyfi, who is a relative of St Tylo, connecting it to the other main church in the town of Llandeilo, just up the road. This beautiful little spring there. Let's see if I can get up this dodgy looking bank. A tree has fallen on this, unfortunately, and they're waiting for the people responsible to come and remove it. Wow, look at this. This is the ancient yew. That's just mad. And texture on that. Big holes. That looks like a nice house for an owl. And here's the side of the building that was used as a morgue. The door has been busted open. It's kind of creepy. It's really dark. I don't know if the torch on here will even work well enough. A little bit. Unfortunately you can't see very well. It's a bit creepy now. I know dead people were stored in here. And you can just about see. This is the original generator that was linked up to provide the church with electricity. long past its best, sadly. And hopefully in the future they'll be able to find alternative means. It's very cold in here. I'll see if I can take a picture with my camera because the flash will light it up nicely. Right, back out to the daylight. So I hope you enjoyed this look around this fantastic old church. It's got some really interesting history. So thank you for watching. Bye.